Let's get right into it. This client has too much light in, so I kind of want to bring some of her dark pieces down and also touch up her roots, which is dark, so it can match her mid color, and also give her a face frame and a few highlights up. So I'm starting off in the front just because she wanted that money piece, and I wanted to kind of like touch up the roots in the front first and pretty much her front perimeter, so that I can wash it out and do the highlights. Sometimes I end up doing the highlights anyways with the dark color in between, but this time around I kind of wanted it to be a little bit cleaner, so I'm just going through her front and I'm just touching up her roots to match it. I'm using a level 4-5 from Paul Mitchell to touch up her roots. When I finished the front, I pretty much went to the back. I'm going to do a partial, sort of kind of like highlights up, maybe a partial balayage, something of that sort. And so I went through her hair and touched up from the base all the way to like the middle part of her hair. In the top part of her hair, although I'm going to do the dark roots, I'm also bringing it down a little bit because her highlights are way too high up there. And then I am starting the highlight. So you see I'm sort of doing a balayage technique, but it is a highlight because I'm also using foils. I'm not touching her ends up too much just because the end color, she liked it, but I am going through and bringing some of the highlights up. And some of the ends I touched up, some of the ends I didn't touch up. I want some brighter pieces at the ends, and I'm using this colorful foils, rainbow foils. They're kind of cute. It's funny, when I was doing these highlights, I think it was I don't remember what was going on, but everybody liked it. Everybody in the salon that I worked at really liked it. So I'm going through her hair and just putting these highlights in there, and then I am going in between it and bringing some of the dark pieces down. I'm just making sure that her hair blends in really nicely. Now, in this part is the front part, and I'm going inside and I'm doing the highlight piece. Now, the facial highlight, as you all know, if you're a stylist on here, I'm taking my time to do this, but I'm gonna speed through it too because I feel like people have seen me do this, or you've seen a lot of stylists do this, so I don't really need to go over it too much. But I'm taking very small pieces. I think I did back to back on the sides foils, and it's very slight pieces because I want the front to be bright, and I'm just going through it and just making sure that I'm getting really close to the root, as you can see. So I did that side, and I'm also doing this side. You see how small the pieces are? I am trying to get in there and get close to her scalp so I can get that frontal piece as bright as possible. So most stylists have different ways in which they do their money piece or their frontal bright pieces. On the sides of mine, I just did back to back. I think I did like 3 foils back to back, and just foiled it. I think the last foil I had left a piece in between, but in the main front where I'm tackling it right now, as you see, I'm taking really small sections like I did the sides, and I'm foiling, but the first 3 frontal pieces in the front, I did back to back foils. The next sections of the hair, I left some hair in between, and this time I am not doing slices. I am weaving the hair in this section. You have to be mindful as you are doing the money piece, as you're going up, how you want the highlights to look like. So I did that all the way through the rest of the pieces until I got to the very top. Doing the front part of her hair can be uncomfortable for the client, so usually I make sure that as I'm going through, I'm moving the hair out of the way so she can be comfortable. Of course, for toning, I use my shadeseq gloss. I use 7NB, 7P, 7V, and 8N. So you can see that I didn't use very high levels of toners, but her hair looks really good as I look at the close-up. It's not too bright at the ends anymore. Her hair looks overall darker, but you can see that she has some highlight pieces. She was excited, and I was excited that I came out really cute too. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe for more videos. I've been doing a lot of traveling lately, so I'm gonna put in some of these hair videos so you guys can get to and still enjoy the hair stuff overall. I started with hair, so I'm not gonna stop doing hair. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.